Hey, my name's Elijah, and that's Tim. Sometimes I feel like, it's a bit too much about what's going on here. But that's a story for another day. For now, what we're going to do is we're going to go over what to say
in cold emails to casting directors. Yeah, mate. All right, let's get on with it, huh? Come on.
Anyway, so we're going to go straight to my laptop here and have a look at some of the emails I would send to casting directors when I'm in a show as well as when I'm not in a show. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so on my emails here, you can see I've sent a whole bunch of emails, and we'll go over a subject line in a second as well. But I think at this time I was sending around a good few hundred emails every single day to casting directors. So let's click on one of them and have a look at what I said. So firstly, let's go to the body of the email straight away. I started off by saying to Catherine, you can say hi, you can say hey, but again, try and keep it conversational and don't say the full name. Stay away from the sirs and ma'ams and moms and madams and their middle names and everything. Just keep it simple. Say their first name. It's conversational, it's natural, and it's easy as that. Next up, again, just keep it simple. And I will repeat this over and over again while I make this video. But what you want to do is you want to get straight into the meat of it. These casting directors are getting emails like this day in, day out, not just from you, but from hundreds, if not thousands of actors out there all the time. On top of that, they have their own work to do. They're dealing with their own directors. They're going to shows. They have their own work to do and their own lives to live. So if they do open up your email, you want to capture their attention instantly, as soon as possible, and provide the information in a concise way that they can either do something with or they can move on from, okay? If you make it too long, it's going to turn them off. They're not even going to read your name, let alone look into the full email, okay? So I hope you're having a nice day. Just simple icebreaker. So I'm a 2017 graduate from the Arts University Bournemouth in acting, and I'm represented by Stevenson with his associates. Now, I'll get into another video about how I got represented and how I signed with my agent another time, but let's carry on. So, I would love for the opportunity to be seen for an audition by you in any upcoming roles you have in the RSC. Now, this line here is simple. All I'm saying is consider me if you have any castings coming up. Now, why should they consider me? And I've given a little bit of information about myself. Again, this is really concise and to the point. You probably have loads of skills that you can do. You can play chess, you can swim, you're a lifeguard, you can ski, you can snowboard, but are they relevant to the casting directors or the theatre companies in this case that you are emailing? If they're not, then leave it off, okay? For me, being extremely athletic, an experienced martial artist, and being able to play the piano with 3 skills that I believed stood out amongst a crowd of other people. And I've said here, if they want to see more of my skills, they can click on my spotlight. Now, of course, if I was emailing a casting director, which is casting an upcoming chess movie, then I'd put chess as the first skill here. Obviously, tailor it to every single casting director and theatre company you email. Finally, I've just written over here what I've been in and what might be relevant to the casting director again. Again, staying relevant. So I said here, I recently finished working with Complicité and Why Not Theatre companies on a new physical theatre project. I also played Lloyd in the global immersive debut of The Shining, directed by David Glass, and played Othello in Othello, directed by Doug Cockle. Any fans of The Witcher? Drop a comment.
I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Okay, that was a probably really bad impression of The Witcher. Doug, I am sorry for doing that, but yeah, I had to do it. But yeah, so what I've done here is basically name dropped. At that time, the main things I'd been in, again, which were relevant towards this. I'd done at the time, I think like 12, 13 short films as well. Then that's not relevant to the RSC, so I left it off. And also, again, The Shining, Othello, which is obviously related to the RSC, and being part of Complicité and Why Not, are big deals. So I put that in. Again, if they want to see more, they can have a look at my spotlight and look at the many different short films or commercials I've done as well. I'm extremely passionate about Shakespeare and would love to be seen for any roles you'd be casting for. Again, what I've done here is I've stayed relevant and personalized it. So it's not just, I haven't just said I'm extremely passionate about acting or I'm extremely passionate about your theatre company. People can see this a mile off. Try and personalize it. Yes, it'll take more time, but if you're serious about what you want to do in acting and you care about it, then you will put that time in and you'll put that extra effort in. Otherwise, you're just going to get lost in a sea of emails, and that's that. You're just going to think it's not working when in reality you haven't done the work. If they want to contact me, my agent's contact details are here, so I made it really easy for them. This is a hyperlink. If they click it, then it'll open up an email, I believe. And the same with Spotlight over here. Everything. I probably should have also hyperlinked this to make it easy for them to call my agent rather. Thank you for taking the right time to read this, and I look forward to hearing from you. Simple as that. And I put my headshots in as well, one smiling, one not smiling. So as soon as they open the email, again, they'll be able to see what I look like instantly, making a decision for them about whether I'm right for them or not. So they actually got back to me and said they forwarded my email to the casting department. The casting department then said they passed me on to the head of casting, and they are great it's great that I'm interested in working with the RSC and the particular skills I have. So clearly they'd read my email, and they said they're in regular contact with my agent anyway. So this is all really important information, and they probably would not have said this to me if I did not personalize my email. So this is number one. The subject line, you want to keep it short and simple. Do not say, help, I'm looking for roles, or please cast me. Do not say I'm looking for work. Do not say need a job now, or anything ridiculous. Just say represented actor application. Maybe add your name on the end. Just be simple. Represented actor application. Easy as that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to look at some emails I sent to casting directors when I actually had a show on. It's very similar. So firstly, as you can see, I've got lots of emails here that I sent to casting directors. Now, we'll start with the subject line this time. It's really simple. Invitation to, and then the name of your show, at wherever it is, and then on, and then the date. So I'll put like a template that you can copy and paste in the description below, and you can use that on your own subjects. So looking at the email, so keep it simple. To Nikki, nice and informal, conversational. I haven't written their whole name or said to Madame this or whatever. To whom it may, again, do not actually, this is really important. Do not write to whom it may concern. Do your research. Do your research. Never ever write to whom it may concern or to Sir or Madame. Never write that. Please do not write that. So I would like to invite you to the performance of whatever I was performing, Little Fools, by Hook Theatre at the Space Arts Centre in Canary Wharf. This is who I'll be playing. It is one of the leads. I'm not a supporting character, or I'm not on for just one line or whatever it might be. I'm one of the lead characters. It's important. Again, it stands out. You're trying to impress them a little bit here. You're trying to, brag a little bit in a humble way. So this is when the date of the performance will be. Here's a link to the show. If you're interested, let me know and I'll be able to sort out tickets. I'm represented by this agent and my spotlight is this. And here is the headshots of the actors in it. Again, as easy as that. You do not want to get into your life story. You do not want to say every single thing you've ever done. I'll say it again, keep it relevant. Okay, so I hope that has given you some insight about what to say in an email to casting directors, whether you're in a show or you're not in a show. The biggest takeaway from this is to keep it relevant, keep it short, and keep it concise. If you're struggling with figuring out what skills you need to write in your email, write it all down on a piece of paper first, and then just highlight 3 of them that you think are the main skills which represent you. Of course, depending on the theatre company or the casting director you're emailing, tailor it a little bit. Lastly, do not waffle. Again, this goes back to being concise, but just get straight to the point. If you have headshots, put them in there. If they want to read more, they can click on your spotlight link, which you should put into your email as well, and they'll find out more information about you. All right, thank you for watching this. Let me know how you get on, or if you have any questions about making emails to casting directors, put it in the comments below, and I'll be happy to help you guys out. Thanks.